Sri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om Jai Shri Ram. Welcome to our next episode in our complete reading of Srimad Valmiki Ramayana. In the previous episode, we saw how Bharata presented his second argument, a much refined one than the previous one. Again, he says, I am inferior to you in this argument as well. And then he says, personally, I am requesting you. My mom is suffering now. You should come back. He also brings out a point where he says, Dasharatha Maharaja was not in the best frame of the mind when he took that decision. This way, Bharata is putting up a lot of things as arguments for consideration to Sri Ramachandra. And now let us see how Sri Ramachandra refutes that argument. Sri Ramachandra says, Upapannamidam vakyam yattvameva abhashathaha jatah putro dasrathat kaikeyam rajasattamat. Oh Bharata, you are born to the great king Dasharatha and Kaikeyi, and whatever you said is sounding good. Pura bhrata pitanah sa mataram te samudvahan matamahe samasraushid rajya sulka manuttamam. You said that father did not take the right decision, and you actually said, how can I support a decision of a father which he took just to satisfy a woman? No, Bharata, I know what the behind story for this. I am telling that to you. Now listen, he's saying, Pura Bhrataha. Pura means in the olden days, when our father was getting married to Kaikeyi, then he made a promise to Kaikeyi's father. Your Matamaha, your grandfather, took a promise from the father. And what was the promise? Our father promised that he would give this entire kingdom to the son of Kaikeyi only. Hence, our father knew what he was doing. It was not that our father was not in the right state of mind and he took a very bad decision just before his death. No, he knew what he was doing. Daivasure cha sangrame jananye tava parthivaha samprahushto dadau raja paramaradhita prabhu. You are saying that father was trying to please a woman? No, who was that woman? That woman saved our father's life during Devasura Sangrama. Then he gave her those two boons. And then that lady made our father do a promise. And then she took the promise. And once she took it, then she asked for those two boons, in which she asked me to go to forest. And she asked you to take over the kingdom. So, and then our father gave them to her. So, this way, O Bharata, I should stay in this forest for 14 years. This is what our father ordered. And soham manamidam prapto nirjanam lakshmananvitah sitaya chapyati dvandvaha satyavade sitah pituhu. I want to keep father in truth. I want to ensure that the word that has come out of our father's mouth ends up as truth. Hence, I'll stay in this forest for 14 years along with Sita and Lakshmana. He's saying this is a Nirjana forest, which essentially means that at that particular point of time, beyond Chitrakuta, the forests were really, really huge and it was very tough for people to traverse those paths. Oh Bharata, hence you should now quickly go back to the kingdom, get Rajyabhisheka done for you, and keep the father's word in truth. Runan moche rajanam matkrute bharatam prabhum pitaram chapi dharmagyam mataram chabi nandaya. Here, Sri Ramachandra is again quoting a word that Bharata quoted before. If you remember in the previous episode, Bharata said, you should come back and you should take care of Deva, Pitru and Rishi Runas. Right? Now, Sri Ramachandra is saying, Pitru Runa is there on you, Bharata, not on me, because he asked me to stay in forest. I am staying in forest. Hence, I am not really worried about the Pitruruna. You should be worried about the Pitruruna because I'm already taking care of Pitruruna. I'm already doing what father has ordered me to do. You are not doing it right now. So go back, take over the kingdom so that our father would be Rina Vimukta. Shruyate hi puratata shrutir gita yashashvinam gayena ejmanena gayeshvepa pitrun prati. Oh Bharata, I am telling you something which Gaya told when there was a yajna that was happening in Gaya Kshetra regarding Pitru Devatas. Punnamo narakadyasmat pitaram trayate sutaham tasmat putra iti proktaha pitrunya pati sarvataha. The son would release the father from a naraka called Pun or Put. Okay, and he also saves the Pitru Devatas. Hence, the name Putra has come. Eshtavya Bahavah Putra Gunavanto Bahasrutah Tesham Vai Samvetanam Api Kaschid Gayam Vrajet. Many people want sons in their lives because they want many sons because they think that at least one of those sons would go to Gaya Kshetra and you do a yajna or do the Gaya Varjana there so that our father would never fall in the Naraka. So that's the way you get rid of your Pitruna. You are talking about Pitruna to me. Now go back, become the king. He'll be happy and his word will remain as truth. And then go to Gaya and do whatever is needed to ensure that he would never go to Naraka. And Ayodhyayam Gacha Bharata Prakrutir Anuranjaya Shatrugna Sahito Veera Saha Sarvair Dhi Jatibhihi. So quickly go back to Ayodhya, take care of all the duties there as a king, and I will go to Dandakaranya. I'll go from here, I'll go to Dandakaranya. So your argument was based on the points that Dasharatha Maharaja was not fully conscious when he was taking this decision. I told you that this decision was taken in a very, very well thought way, and there was a word that our father has given to his father-in-law when he was getting married to Kaikeyi. So that argument gets refuted. You asked me to take care of the runas. I'm already telling you that I'm already doing whatever my father has ordered me to do. You should go rule the kingdom and then also go to, since you are the king, you should go to Gaya and do whatever is needed to ensure that father is not falling in all forms of narakas. And there is another runa for you. You have to go back and take care of the entire kingdom. So, O Bharata, forget the capabilities part here. You are chosen to do this. Even before you were born, it was decided that you would be the king. So don't worry too much about it. And it's not good for a king to stay out of the capital for a long time. It's better that you go back. And at the same time, I am going into Dandakaranya. And Tvam Raja Bharata Bhavasvayam Naranam Vananyam Ahamapi Rajaran Bruganam Gachatvam Puravaramadya Samprahrushtaha Samhrushtastavaha Mapi Dandakan Pravekshye. You go and become the king for all the people of Ayodhya. I will become the king for all the animals in this forest. You go very happily there. I will also go very happily to these forests. O Bharata, I wish that you be the king. You stay under that white umbrella, and I also will be very happy. You are saying that I am not happy. You initially said I am a Sthita Prajna. I am not getting affected by all this. No, I will also take some happiness. And how will I become happy? I will stay in this forest in the cool shade of all the trees, and I will always be very happy. This way, he again asks Bharata not to cry, and he asks him to go back to the kingdom and rule. Shatrugna Kusalamatistu te sahaya Saumitrir mama vidita pradhanamitram Chatvaranta Nayavara vayam Narendram Satyastham Bharata Charama Ma Vishida. O Bharata, Shatrugna will be there with you. Lakshmana is my close friend. So all four of us shall start working now, and let us ensure that our father's word is kept. And he says, don't cry. While all this was happening and Bharata was searching for his words, there was a Muni called Jabali. He quickly got angry and he now walked up to Sri Ramachandra, and he now talks about Nastika Vada. He talks as if there is God is not there. That's what Jabali is going to speak. What is Jabali saying and what would be Sri Ramachandra's response to it? May Sri Ramachandra let us do that in our next episodes. Sarve bhavantu sukhinah, sarve santu niramayah, sarve bhadrani pasyantu, ma kaschid dukkha bhag bhavet, sarvam satuti sai Maharaj Swam Charanarvindar Paramastu, Swasti. Jai Shri Ram.